Alrighty, so today I wanted to go over the Guild Boss a little bit because yesterday it reset and we have Kelak back again, and this one's really fun because I guess you can just, he's not very hard and all you really have to do is get a high crit to get good score on him. So I figured we would do some sort of like casual guide to, you know, actually do this and get all of the rewards pretty easily without going like super overboard, because I personally am not, you know, I'm not too worried about getting like insane scores. As long as I can get the rewards, that's really all I'm aiming for. And I'm sure there's other people out there like that. So yeah, here's a guide. Before we get into it really quick, I do want to say that it's closing on the end of the year, and I'm trying to see how many subs we can try to get before the end of the year comes. We're really close to 800, but I'm trying to shoot for over 800. So if you guys want to sub, you guys can definitely do that. Obviously, you don't have to, just feel like throwing it out there. So yeah. So I'm actually using Seaton's team, and I think this is probably one of the best teams that you can use at the moment. Just because Derriere is obviously the core of the team once she crits with her ultimate, and you have enough buffs and stuff like that on her, she does really well. Gother does really well because he stacks his passive up and it makes her, like, it buffs your attack stats. Elat is actually a big component of this, actually, because she not only increases your crit chance, but she has a skill that lowers their crit resistance and crit defense. And then her ultimate actually gives you extra buffs, which is kind of nice. And then Easton can buff attack-related stats, which is super cool. So for these first two fights, you don't necessarily have to run this variant of the team because, you know, on this first one, he only has 1 health bar. You may actually end up wanting to run the maybe like a freeze character, somebody that can you can try to get like a level 2 freeze card off on, whether it be Gustav or Red Merlin, so that way you can try to do some more damage that way. But I don't know, I haven't actually tried the first 2 fights with this team yet. I've just been messing around with it on Extreme. So let's kind of try to throw some of these out here and see how this turns out. I think we're going to start off with something kind of small, because obviously he's only got 1 health bar, so I don't want to overkill this. Big idea here would be to try to get Derry's ult. Okay, this is nice. We can merge. Problem is, I don't know if I'm gonna kill or not. I don't think we will. I think we merge here, attack with this. Pumpkin bombs shouldn't do a whole lot of damage, so we'll throw that out. And I'm really scared to do any sort of other attack. Actually, let's merge these. We're going to move the card first, so that way we can try to do that, and then we'll throw this out, so that way we can definitely get ult next turn. Okay. Okay, well, we screwed that up. But let's see how much points we got. So 600 is not terrible, but I kind of want to try to get the crit on that one. I'll come back once I've actually got it set up. That way you guys don't have to sit here and watch that. Okay, so we're on last phase again. I think this time it's a little bit different, but a level 2 card should hopefully not kill either, but I was surprised last time, so let's try it again. Okay, cool. Did not kill, which it didn't crit either, so here we go. 635, it didn't crit. So that's a little unfortunate, but that alone should get, yeah, 885 points, which is pretty good. I think that beats my previous score by just a couple of points, not too insane. So, I mean, obviously you can get a lot higher than that if you tweak the team a little bit for the first fight. But honestly, like if you get a really good run with this, you can actually just do Extreme and get over 4K points and just be done with it for the week. Obviously the second one, it should be a little bit easier for us to start building up some stacks and stuff because he'll be a little bit more tanky. But yeah, overall, it's not very hard. Obviously, it's kind of niche because not every player is going to be able to get Elat all the way up to you are level 80 like right away, or maybe you just might not want to sort of invest in her. And I can completely understand that. I have a bunch of extra SSR pendants at the moment, so I'm kind of just burning through some of those and using them for characters that I think might be kind of interesting to invest in. So I understand that not everybody's going to want to do that, but yeah, this team works out pretty good. Okay, so here we are on the second fight. I've already messed this up once, but we're going to try not to mess it up this time. So we're going to get rid of a bunch of those. I had a pretty good setup last round, but I screwed myself up by not getting Derry's ult when I should have. Just overlooking things. But yeah, this should go a little bit better this time. Kind of want to try to get another upgrade. Let's try to move Elat. Because, I mean, if we can get Elat's ult, it'll definitely give us a little bit extra damage on Derry because she'll give us 2 buffs. I really wanted to get another upgrade. Okay, so let's merge that. That'll actually give us Elat's ult, which is really good. I think we're going to upgrade Derry here and use this. And then I think we're just going to throw this one out. I maybe should have merged on the Easton buff instead, but it's not a huge deal either way. Okay, so we're in a pretty good spot here. So we can use this. Yeah, it would have been nice to have the level 2 Easton buff, but either way, this should give us a pretty decent amount of points. So boom, that's 2 buffs on Derry. That's gonna help with the crit. And then we don't have a whole lot of buffs, but hey, we did crit for 2 million damage. So let's see how much we got. So we got 1.6k on this one. So not bad. Just off of the first 2, we're already over 3k, I think, right? With math and stuff. No, we're not over 3k. We're about like, we're a little over 200 or 2,000. And with obviously this last one, we should be able to do pretty good. You can obviously use food. I'm not using food just because I want to be able to do this each week without having to like use a whole lot of resources and stuff like that. But I don't know. My main goal is like to get in and do this each week without taking so much time and effort into it, because obviously like with the previous guild boss that we had, the season 3 guild boss, like that one is so time consuming just to beat extreme that it just takes way too long, and it really discourages me from wanting to do Knighthood boss each week. But this one's not bad. Like you can, like I don't have a problem like dying or anything like that. You can obviously set up a pretty decent run on these to get a lot more points, but overall I don't think these are really like anything super crazy. All right, if possible, I want to make sure that we get this level 2 invasion arrow going. So let's throw this out. We're gonna merge this and move that. And then I think we'll actually move this too to try to get towards Elat's ult. A little bit of a weak turn, but if we can pull one more of these Elat cards, we can get level 3 on all of the cards that we need. Which honestly, we don't really even need to pull it, because we can just level up that invasion arrow. So let's try to just go for pure damage here. See how that turns out. Bam, bam. Wow, she actually does a lot of damage. Surprisingly. All she's got on is a like HP defense set, so it shouldn't be like anything super crazy. Give me a Derry card, please. Okay, that's really good. So we're gonna have 1 turn buffer really quick. But we're gonna throw this, and then we're just gonna throw, I think we're gonna throw the ult too, just to get him down a little bit. This may be a mistake. I don't think so. He's got enough defense in this second phase to where I don't think we're, yeah, okay. Not a big deal. We could potentially try to like keep whittling him down a little bit. but he does start dealing a pretty decent amount of damage in this next phase. We also need to try to get Elat's ult, actually. So maybe, how long does this last? For 2 turns? I think we should be able to do this in 2 turns. That lasts for 3 turns. Let's go ahead and throw that too, and then we'll throw this out. Try to get him down on HP a little bit. Okay. Got our attack buff going. Pretty good. And then with this, we should be able to get 2 extra buffs. We can throw this on. I think we're in a really good spot here. This should give us a pretty decent amount of score. So we're going to throw this out to deal some more damage, because why not? We're going to use this, buff up, and then we're going to attack. I'm actually kind of interested. This one actually seems like it's a pretty decent run. Obviously, you could get him down a little bit lower on health, or just try to keep on stacking up Derriere cards. We got 5 million points, though, on that one. I think the previous run that I did was like maybe 3 million. I don't even know if I hit quite 3 million. So we got 3,000 points off of that one, which isn't bad at all. Like that's a really good run. Just getting that run alone with our hard mode run. So these two by themselves would give us enough points to completely get all of the rewards. So that was actually pretty good. You know, that was a little bit better than my previous run, which even then you've seen I already had all of the rewards unlocked with having like a little over 2k points. So this one's not really all that bad. I just wanted to make sure that each week I could try to get all these, you know, rewards, because obviously there's Super Awakening coins in the rewards now, which is really nice to get. But the fact that the 4K score is like the maximum now, instead of it being like 2,200, I think it was. There's quite a bit more that you have to do each week, but as long as you have a decent team, you should be able to go through it pretty quickly. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future, and I will see you guys in the next video.